If I had to start again with just £100, here's exactly what I'd do. I started investing 3 years ago on minimum wage. Now I've just got over 4,900 invested and earned 190 in dividends. But if I had to begin again today, this is how I'd go about it. Quick heads up, this isn't financial advice. I'm just sharing my own journey and what's worked for me. And here's the thing, a lot of people still don't invest. In fact, in the UK, around 1 in 3 adults have never invested at all. That means a massive number of people are still missing out on things like dividend income and long-term growth. But the good news is investing is becoming way more popular, especially with people our age. Loads of younger people are now getting started using apps like Trading 212. So just being here and learning about this stuff, you're already ahead of a lot of people. £100 might not sound like much, but it's more than enough to get started. I didn't start big. £20 here, 30 there, just figuring out as I went. And look, you don't need to wait for some perfect moment to invest. It's more about time in the market, not timing it perfectly. If you're new, dividends are just small cash payments companies give you for owning their shares, like a little bonus from the profit. Some pay monthly, some quarterly, some yearly. It's one of my favourite parts of investing. Money showing up for doing nothing. You hear terms like dividend yield and yield on cost. Sounds complicated, but it's simple. Dividend yield is just how much a company pays you per year, based on its share price. A 5% yield means £5 for every £100 invested. Yield on cost is how much return you're getting based on the price you paid, and not what it's worth now. So if you bought a share for £10 and it pays you a 50p dividend, that's a 5% yield on your cost. And if they bump the dividend up to 70p, your yield on cost becomes 7%. Without buying anything more. So yeah, holding long term and reinvesting can seriously boost your return. Here's how I'd split that £100 today. I'd split it between a global ETF like the FTSE All World, a UK stock, and the S&P 500, splitting it equally. Yep, and with fractional shares on the app like Trading 212, you don't need to buy a full share. This setup gives me balance, some growth, some passive income, and global exposure. And I stay away from hype. If I don't understand how the company makes money, I don't invest in it. One of my rules, don't follow trends, follow what makes sense to you. I also keep a watch list of stocks I'm interested in. No pressure, just learning. If I could go back, I'd avoid a few things. Don't go all in one stock. Don't panic when the price dips. Don't compare yourself to others. Stock dips used to stress me out. Now I see them as discounts. If the company is still solid, the lower price just means more shares for your money. Red days are like the stock market having a sale. Grab the bargains. Right now, my portfolio is worth 4,900. I've put 4,000 in, the rest is growth. I've made 119 dividends so far and 68.32 just this year. Last month I made 592. This month so far I've made 35.43. And I've still got a fair few weeks to go yet. To break that down, 592 is around 30 minutes of work at £12.21 an hour, which is the UK minimum wage. That equivalents to a meal deal and a snack, and it came without me doing anything. That's the magic of compounding. Reinvest what you earn and let it grow. Now, here's a fun one. What if you left that £100 alone in the S&P 500 ETF for the next 30 years? Historically, the S&P 500 returns around 8% per year. Without adding another penny, that £100 could grow over to 1,000. Now let's say you reinvest all the dividends too. You're looking at closer to 1,400. That's the power of reinvesting and long-term patience. If you had £100 to invest today, how would you split it? Let me know in the comments. This channel is all about investing on a small budget. I share everything, the wins and the mistakes. If you are just starting to, hit subscribe and let's grow together. Appreciate you watching. Catch you in the next one. I am the Broke Investor.